So I want you to take up one exercise by using this equation. This is, do you like mathematics? Oh, good. Very so rare. So typically in Japan, do you like mathematics? Oh, but all of you like it. Okay, so don't worry. This is not difficult to mathematics problem, but mathematics society, just arithmetic exercises. Okay, please pretend that you are the webmaster of the one jewelry net shop. Okay, this is the e-commerce site. Okay, you have to get money on this site. Okay, KGI goal. Monthly sales equal, I'm sorry, Japanese pronunciation. 3 million Japanese yen. 3 million Japanese yen. The next information is average order volume equals 20,000 yen. Order rate means, you understand? 1%. It means that, for example, 100 visitors coming to your website. Only one person ordered. It is order rate. In this case, 1%. Okay? Question: how many visitors to the website needed in order to reach that goal? Goal is 3 million Japanese yen. And you got additional information. And then you can guess how many people you needed as a visitors. Alright, try again. Try for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Not difficult mathematics. Very simple arithmetics. 3 minutes. It is very easy to guess if you depict a direct diagram. My question is, how many number of visitors? Question. Then 1% order. And average order volume is 20,000. And the goal is $3 million. At first, you have to change the ratio because you've already got the information about the Japanese yen. Therefore, you have to convert into the web analytics work, web technical work like this. Okay, you can get additional average volume and also KGI, the volume, Japanese yen, and divide it by the 3 million Japanese yen divided by 20,000, and you can get the conversion. Maybe this is the first time to this is maybe new to you. Conversion is the expectable final action for the website. Right. So let me take one example. In this case, it's e-commerce. Conversion meaning buying. This is conversion. For example, so lead generation site, just like a B2B site for me, the conversion is to questions to our company. That is conversion. Okay, conversion has a different depending on the customer's website purposes. In this case, then divide the 20,000, you can get the 150 conversion per month, and then so 1% is ordered. Therefore, you just only divide it again 150% by 1%. And then you can get the 15,000 people. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is a very basic indicators. The important point in this one is that your goal, I say again that your goal is to contribute to your client's business. Okay, therefore you have to make agreement with your client, the client's KGI. Frankly, typically, the web analytics do not do that is strategy because otherwise, the report is not effective for the clients. Therefore, we have to make agreement. Therefore, you have to understand the customer's KGI and KPI. Okay, right. Okay, go to the next topics. So, by the way, so far, do you have any question about that? So from now on, I want to give that a little bit more access log analytics. Okay, do you have any question? Of course, more detailed information is on your textbook, and I want you to check out after this class. And of course, feel free to ask directly. Any question is okay, and I can be responsible for answering any question from you, even I'm in Japan. Okay. All right. So go to the next topic about the web analytics planning. So let me check confirm again. At first, you can understand the definition of web analytics, and also you can understand the business analytics using the business framework, and also the very basic KGI and KPI with exercises. And next, web analytics planning. So if you can get the agreement with the KGI or KPI with the client, then you will just start to plan the web planning. And of course, so there are several important in order to understand how to make a web analytics plan or web plan. But the important point is, yes, you already know that goal is very important. And scope and stakeholders. So as I said before, customer business became so complicated. Therefore, you do not only focus on the webmasters, but also the other key persons. For example, the detail person or etc. Or sometimes even the president of the client. This is a typical flow how to make a web planning. Okay. At first, please confirm the technical information and the client organization and try to personal security, education, etc. I will skip that detail one. Okay. And looking at the number 3, technology selections. So through number 1 and 3, so you can get agreement to what is the basic customer requirement, and then you just start to collect the data, and then look at the right one. So how to track the information. First one is X Analytics tools. So you've already checked out the Google Analytics. However, this is one of the types. There are so many various types of web analytics tools, not only for Google Analytics. It depends on the requirement. Generally, Google Analytics is very, very famous. But however, it depends. So, and number 2 is something related to the analytics logs. So, LPO is short for land paging optimization. Okay? And BI2 is for the business operational data analytics tools, etc. It depends on the requirement. Okay? Even the client need not only web data, but also, for example, the stores buying data, or etc. You have to use BI tools. Google Analytics is not efficient, not sufficient, not enough. Okay. And the next is advertisement. Sometimes customer requested to come to their website. Then you have to use advertisement effect because you need advertisement actions. Okay, and the last one is social media. Yes, in recent years, so more and more clients requested these tools. Maybe all of you use the SNS, like Facebook is a famous one. How about this? Social media? Facebook. Okay. How about Line? Use Line? Oh, good. Okay. And WhatsApp is also famous. Okay, the same one. Yeah. So even for me, so communicating, I use the Facebook and even for accessing the company. Sometimes I use the Facebook. So therefore, so in recent years, social media analytics also become popular. So therefore, in these cases, you need specific tools in order to understand the social media. Okay? Well, let me describe the basic principle of how to get a log. But this is very basic. It might be boring, so I try to skip that. So log is gathered by go and back. Then you got a one background. This is principle. Okay. Okay. Background with the browser, even for the smartphone. So your browser acts the web server, and the web server find the request and get back what is caused to the browser. And then firstly, you can get the one log. Okay. That is the principle. And then, so there are 3 types of the analytics log tools. The first one is the log file analytics method. This was all these types. Frankly, as far as I know, there are still 1 or 2 existing. Yes, this is very old one. So this is very simple. Basically, web log that I explained is stored on the web server as a log. These type access tools only directly access and get the information to the web log and analyze. This is very old type. So basically, as far as I hear, so only the, for example, public sector only use this tool because of the security problem. Okay. Number two, packet sweeping. As I said before, so they have to go and back and then one log. It means that they have to go through network. The second type, what is called packet sweeping, means they can get logs through network by packet. Technical word, packet. Okay, this might be rare, frankly. 5 years ago, I worked at such a kind of type of vendors. Very rare. But if you want or if you need a high volume of web log or real-time data, it might be beneficial compared with other types. And last case, this is most useful or most practical, very popular one. And Google Analytics belongs to the last page, named case study. Okay. So the principle is that you can insert tag on the HTML code and tag if the tag is red, and tag sends the information to the web access log servers. So therefore, if we want to make use of the Google Analytics data, you have to insert tag. Maybe your webmaster already set up the tag. Maybe you can check out the HTML sources on your website, and you can find Google blah blah blah. Okay. So these three types, and you can look at the left hand, and on textbook you can detail good and bad point. And if we want to examine the class, to some extent, you have to understand which is good in which case. Okay, right. And also maybe so you can know the word, technical word cookie. This might be the very popular or cookie. By using cookie, so browser understand who you are. Okay. Okay. We have only 5 minutes. So frankly, so from this chart, technical words you can see so various. So some people might be annoyed, but don't worry. This is very simple if you can get much understanding. So today I do not explain each definition because we have only 2 hours today, but therefore I want you to read the textbook at first. And if you do not understand each meaning, please ask me. Okay? Okay. So this might be tough at the first sight. I feel sympathy because it was tough for me. But however, each meaning is very simple if you can understand it. For example, CTR, which is short for clicks through, it means that clicks per impressions. Okay. For example, you can see the 100 impression. Impression means just see and click it. So you can calculate it 1%. This is simple. So each has each meaning, and you have to understand each meaning in order to get the pass. Okay. But today I do not want to explain. And please ask me if you know. Alright, so and also as I said before, social media is also become popular. So before we only focus on the mass media like a TV or radio, etc. But even now we have to understand 3 types of media. What is called triple media, triple all media. Okay, all media is this one. Okay, I will skip that today because I already have 5 minutes or so. So I want you to understand each characteristics of what is the paid media, on media, even simply to say, paid media is a typical advertisement. If you pay money, and then, for example, Yahoo.com can show your advertisement. This is paid media. On media is also very simple. You have your own, for example, homepage. It includes on media. And lastly, on. On means you cannot control, but however, on outside from the website. That is why it's called and media. And typical case is Twitter, Facebook, or social media. It is called generally unmeasured, and each has a good value. Okay,